Hi, my name is Raymond with DragonBlogger.com, and I'm about to bring you another exciting product review. Stay tuned. Okay, well, I'm back, and what I'm going to talk to you real quick about is this, which is a charger. Now, the name on here is a little bit hard for me to pronounce. I believe it is Zilu or Zilu. And what is nice about it is it has 6 slots that you can plug in your USB devices to be able to recharge them. Now, this is a powered device and has approximately maybe a 3-foot cord to connect to it. And it is set up for 2 iPhones, an iPad, a Samsung Tab, simple Samsung there, and an Android. Now, when I looked at the documentation that came with the device, which is in a little pamphlet right here, it tells me, and you'll forgive me, I need to put my glasses on. It tells me the amperage out of each of the ports. Now, some of these devices that I've tested, whatever port you plug into, it will automatically detect what the device needs and supply the amperage or the power that is needed to recharge that device. This one appears to be specific devices get plugged into specific slots. So, reading the Chinese side, I don't speak that language, so unfortunately I can't tell you what it says. What it tells me, though, is that on the iPad side, or the iPhone side, that it puts out approximately 1 amp. On the iPod output, or iPad output, gives me 2.1 amps. On the Samsung Tab output, it gives me 1.3, and then the Samsung and the Android output is 0.6 amps. I'm not sure what would go into the 0.6 amps unless it was one of the really cheap phones, or maybe my camera would plug into that, or a small device that would be like a little MP3 player or something like that. I've never thought much about what amperage ratings those need, so I'm not sure exactly. Now, on the Amazon site, it does say some different things concerning the amperage out. It does say that it has 3 ports that support 2.1 amps. I'm not sure what exactly they're talking about with regard to this documentation, so I can't really speak to that. What I do say is that when you plug this in, it has right here a nice bright green light. What's nice about that is that a lot of the chargers that I plug into, once you plug into them, you lose being able to see the light. But in this case, because it's off to the side and not coming out of the plugs there, you don't lose anything. You get to see exactly what it is that you expected to see. Now, what I'm going to do here is I've plugged this into the iPad output, which is supposed to be the 2.1, and you can see there it says that it is charging, and it is charging at 94%. I'm going to test out to see if when I plug it into the top one, I'm looking at having plugged it into the top slot there, and as you can see, it's not charging out of that one. I didn't really expect that. If it's rated for 1 amp, it wouldn't come out of that slot. So I'm going to test the next one down, getting the same results. the fourth one down, because the third one is the iPad. Now on the fourth one down, which is saying it's for the Samsung tab, it says it's charging. The next one down, it still says it's charging. And the very last one says it's charging. How much of a charge is coming out of there, whether it's going to fully charge up my tablet in record-breaking time or anything like that, I'm not entirely sure at this point. Earlier when I tested this, I tested it with a program called Ampere, which is supposed to check the amperage outputs, and I had mixed results with what the amperage out was. Normally when I've been noticing that I plug into a port that says that it was rated for 2.1 amps and I plug it in and check it with that Ampere program, it would give me a reading of 1400 milliamps. That's only 1.4 amps. So either the program's not reading right, or that's all the tablet's drawing. I did that when I plugged it in with other devices as well, other tablets. So it may be just that my current tablet is only drawing so much. Maybe that's what the program is reading as the max. I don't know. I tested it with a different program that gave me different amperage levels, and again got mixed results. When I say mixed results, comparing the output from this device with another device that I have seen that charges my tablets without much trouble. I've got two such devices, and even within charging from those, I'm not reading the full 2.1 amps, which I thought I was going to get out of those. So will it charge your tablet? Yes. Will it charge it super fast? I don't know. Later on, I am going to purchase a little voltmeter that I can plug in directly to a USB port, and I'll check the measurements again. I'll see what it says. I'll check it and compare it against things that I already have and see what kind of changes in readings or different readings I might get from those devices with just that USB device plugged in. And then what I'll do is, once I've got all that data correlated, I'll go ahead and add that into the comments for the written review, and possibly even I'll do another video, just have that posted up as well so you get some more information about this. One of the things that I do like about this as compared to another one that I have, this is a lot slimmer. It doesn't take up as much space on my desktop, which territory on my desktop is very, very precious. I've got kids, I've got grandkids, I've got my wife, I've got myself. I've got stuff that's not even showing up in the camera. If you looked at everything here, I've got just tons of little gadgets and devices that I've been working on, and desktop space is limited. So with this, sorry, get myself back in the screen. With this, it's a lot more slimline, and therefore it takes up a lot less space. If I were to recommend anything to the manufacturers as far as a possible change, it might be that on the bottom edge, just add maybe some kind of a tab to keep it from falling over so easily. I mean, while it does take up less space, if I have it sitting up like this, then it can fall over. If I lay it down like this, which is just fine too, and probably even better, then I don't have to worry about that. Now it just depends on which way you want to use it. Anyway, as far as I can tell, that's the extent of things that I can see here. Can I charge things? Now there is a limit, by the way, according to both the paperwork here and on the Android site, Amazon site, sorry. It does say that it will do a maximum of, I believe it was 6 amps out. So you could charge theoretically 2 tablets and a cell phone, or several cell phones all at once, but you really probably could not occupy every slot at the same time. That seems to be a limitation of a lot of chargers, so it's not just restricted to this particular one. Again, would I buy this? For me, I need a lot of tablet outputs, and considering the fact that the lower ones there were rated for 0.6 and they're charging my tablet, maybe that would be good for me until I've got a little more concrete numbers, which unfortunately I just can't do right now. I can't say 100% for sure, but it does seem to work. I mean, if I plug it in and it reads on the tablet that it's charging, then it must be charging. So I think it seems to be a pretty decent product. I've not had any problems with using it so far. When I ran a battery monitor on my tablet and had it plugged into another charger, at the time it was like, I think 64% charged, and the battery monitor on the other charger said it was going to take approximately 4.5 hours to finish charging the tablet. I plugged it into this device and waited an appropriate amount of time, and it said it's going to be approximately 4.5 hours till it charges the tablet. So does it work? Yes. It seems fairly straightforward, fairly easy. One thing I've also noticed is the cord is one that is fairly common with other devices that I've seen. I believe that I've seen these kind of cords on printers. Certainly I've seen them on other things. So if something were to happen to your cord, you know, even though it's an odd shape, I'm sure you've got another device someplace around the house that has this type of a cord. So that wouldn't be a problem. Or if you needed a longer cord, it shouldn't be too much of a difficulty finding a cord that was longer than this one if you needed it and being able to plug it in. Well, that's all I have for right now. I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening and even better tomorrow. Thank you.